諦めない心君とならば頑張れる無駄なことはないよ上を向いて笑おう一度君の時だからどうした起きろ願いは叶えたコータ
After an unfortunate accident, completely normal heterosexual high school student Kota Shibaki is branded as a school pervert. With girls avoiding Kota like the plague, truly the young man's worst nightmare has come to fruition. One day in the school library, he stumbles upon a peculiar book said to possess the power to summon witches. Partly out of desperation, partly out of boredom, Kota decides to play along with the joke of a book until an apprentice witch going by the name of Rurumo Maji Mojiruka appears before him. In an unusual turn of events, Kota ends up helping Rurumo with some general witchery tasks in general for his soul being spared. Majimoji Rurumo follows the misadventures of Rurumo as she attempts to persuade Kota to use 666 magical wish granting tickets in her efforts to become a fully fledged witch.
Number 9.
The story takes place in a trading city called Earth Aria. Leicester Maycraft is an item engineer belonging to an adventurer guild Oasis. One night, he is at a party with his friends to see a meteor stream on the rooftop of a chapel. One meteor grazes them and hits the steeple of the chapel. There, he finds a secret room and a sleeping girl. The girl wakes up and says, "You must be my father." The encounter with the mysterious girl brings an unexpected adventure to Leicester.
Number 8.
届く心の姿が変わっていく世界の形が変わっていく世界は美しくなれる
Above Earth, invisible to humans, float the heavens. A collection of floating island kingdoms supported by the magic of their godlike inhabitants. The mysterious power source known as Akuto enables this magic to exist, but it is quickly running out. In response to this energy crisis, most of the kingdoms in heavens agree to use the minimum amount of Akuto required to sustain themselves, except for the magical kingdom. The leader of this kingdom, the magical king Munto, believes that Akuto can be replenished if he travels to Earth and meets a mysterious girl shown to him by a seer. While Munto sets off on the dangerous journey, the other kingdoms attempt to destroy the magical kingdom and acquire the remaining Akuto for themselves.
Number 7.
しっかり握っておれよ早え
The Sablum Empire has been attempting to take over the Kingdom of Winland for many years, and are now plotting with the mercenaries Sister Hail and Darkness Knight to start a new offensive using powerful magical beings called Angels. Hiawe, a carefree yet talented swordsman, and Prisia, who just might be the lost princess of Winland, are enrolled at the Knights Academy in Winland to hone their skills at sword and sorcery. There, they meet many friends and allies who can help them protect their homeland from the impending invasion.
Number 6.
約束守んなくて。
In the world of Maburajo, everyone is born with the ability to use magic and thus are labeled magicians. However, the magical ability of each person is not equal. The number of times you can use magic determines the amount of respect you receive, and since one's magical power is determined at birth by traits and genetics, those who have a bloodline stemming from famous magicians are highly sought after. Having the lowest magic count in Aoi Academy, Kazuki Shikimori is looked down upon by his classmates and seen as an early worthless magician. However, his bloodline consists of many great magicians throughout the ages, meaning that while he may not be a great magician, his offspring could be.
Number 5.
Spirits Venti.
Ten-year-old Negi Springfield is a wizard in training and needs only to pass one more test in order to become a master wizard. Unfortunately, his final task is a bizarre one: to become an English teacher at an all-females boarding school. As soon as he arrives, he completely embarrasses one of his students, Asuna Kagurasaka, and replaces the teacher she loves, which garners her hatred. To make matters worse, Asuna learns that Negi is a wizard and promises to tell everyone unless he helps her out. But unfortunately, circumstances force them to work together to do many things, from fighting evil wizards to helping the class pass their final exam, with a lot of humor, magic, and romances to throw in.
Number 4.
僕は君を僕のお嫁さんにするつもりでもあるんだ。
Chise Hattori, a 15-year-old Japanese girl, was sold for £5 million at an auction to a tall, masked gentleman. Abandoned at a young age and ridiculed by her peers for her unconventional behavior, she was ready to give herself to any buyer if it meant having a place to go home to. In chains and on her way to an unknown fate, she hears whispers from broad men along her path, gossiping and complaining that such a buyer got his hands on a rare slave Peggy. Ignoring the murmurs, the mysterious man leads the girl to a study where he reveals himself to be Elias Ainsworth, a magus. After a brief confrontation and a bit of teleportation magic, the two open their eyes to Elias' picturesque cottage in rural England.
Number 3.
アルトラ君、私はあなたが好き。死んだら承知しませんから。
Onmyodo magic was once a powerful technique used by the Japanese during the Second World War in order for them to gain the upper hand and establish their nation as a formidable force. But Japan was quickly defeated after the revered Onmyoji Yako Tsuchimikado caused a great spiritual disaster, an event which plagues Tokyo to this very day. As a result of this mishap, the Onmyo Agency was established in order to exorcise further spiritual disasters and combat the demons that would make their way into the world. Now, Onmyodo has become far more modern, simplified, and refined for use in a wide variety of applications such as medicine and technology. However, not everyone is able to utilize the magic, as is the case with Harutora, a member of the Tsuchimikado branch family.
花になりたいのです。どんな時もずっと
Number
いつき失礼させていただきます。
Due to his father's disappearance, Itsuki Iba has to take over the family business, a magician dispatch service. Their family employs countless magicians and other supernatural beings in order to send them out to help those who need magical assistance. As a leader, Itsuki now has to be tough, commanding, and reliable, but there's one problem: he's a coward. Also, in order to run a successful business, he must connect with his employees, which is more difficult than it seems due to his personality. But not only does he have to deal with his own employees, he also has to deal with those who threaten the family business.
Number 1.
Yoshino Takigawa, an ordinary teenager, is secretly dating his best friend Mahiro's younger sister, but when his girlfriend, Aika, mysteriously dies, Mahiro disappears, vowing to find the one responsible and make them pay for murdering his beloved sister. Yoshino continues his life as usual and has not heard from Mahiro in a month, until he is confronted by a strange girl who holds him at gunpoint, and his best friend arrives in the nick of time to save him. Yoshino learns that Mahiro has enlisted the help of a witch named Hakase Kusaribe to find Aika's killer, and of the existence of an entity known as the Trio of Exodus. The witch's brother selfishly desires to make use of its power, in spite of the impending peril to the world. However, Hakase is banished to a desert island, and it is now up to Yoshino and Mahiro to help her save the world